Good morning. Welcome to Data Center Strategic Singapore 2009. I have with me today Mr. Robert Timmermans, the director of Jones Lang LaSalle. He is going to speak or spoke this morning on the human aspect in data center management. So Mr. Timmermans, if you could give our viewers just a brief synopsis of what your topic was about and a little background.
Sure. Yeah, I think the statistics show that 2/3, 50%, whatever, of data center failures or downtime is caused by people. People making mistakes, not doing things correctly, and so on. So it was one of these topics that I raised with Stephen Wallard here to thought this would be an interesting topic that that has been missing, I think, in the last few conferences. And it was all about why is it that they make mistakes? Why do people cause data center downtime? Is it through them just making mistakes, them not motivated, getting lethargic, just generally doing things that they shouldn't do? So I was really talking about what it is that we can do about that. I think one of the problems obviously is making sure that you have the right people. Getting good people who have the passion for what they do is difficult. So once you've got those people, it's keeping that passion in them. So making sure that they have the right tools available to do their job. Because if you don't have the right tools or the necessary means, they get frustrated, and frustrated people can be quite catastrophic in a data center. So what it is that can you do to keep them motivated? So giving them the tools, the training, and also importantly, I think one thing that really does lack is the recognition from senior management. So making sure that their job, because like most facility managers or engineers, their name's generally not brought up unless something's gone wrong. If they're doing their job, they're in the background, no one knows who they are. So it's giving them that recognition, making sure that the senior people, the guys at the top, know who they are, and give them that recognition, to give them that feeling of, yes, my job is worth it, and it is actually very much required as part of any data center operations. Just as it is as the data center manager and the IT guys, the guys in the background play an important role in keeping a business operating. So it's all about that, and how you keep them motivated, like I said, the tools that you need to give them, the right procedures, interacting with IT. So those relationships, which quite often are quite frosty because they rely heavily on each other, but don't necessarily have control of what the other's doing. So it's making sure they break down those barriers, build those relationships and work together to really minimise the risk of any downtime.
So to recap, then basically the approach that you folks believe in is automation is a good thing to a degree.
Absolutely.
You still have the back-end people that do the work.
Correct. Even if you have 2N systems, 2N plus 1, if you've got a guy that doesn't know how to operate it, or you don't have anyone, you're still prone to failure. It's not going to guarantee that you won't have any downtime. Having a good operator can stave off or preempt issues and get them fixed before they become a problem. Or when you do have a problem, they know how to respond appropriately, so you don't have any further issues.
So it really does still come down to the red button versus the green button environment.
Absolutely.
And how do you feel that was received by the delegates this morning? Was there a sense of ownership?
Yeah, look, I had a lot of good comments afterwards. And I did notice while presenting there were a lot of people nodding heads and taking notes. So I think, a lot of those things, to me, I think they seem straightforward, and maybe because it's one of the areas that I've been working in for quite some time. But whenever we talk to new people, it's amazing. Some of the concepts they're not really used to. So it is news to them, and I think, yeah, actually that does make sense. And as soon as they do something about it, things really do improve.
Well, it seems like you probably did have quite a few of the managers that had an aha moment and went, oh, I never thought of that. It sounds like a great topic. I haven't seen a lot of people bring that human aspect into the data center conferences. Do you see that that's going to be something that will be continued to be pushed forward?
Well, let's hope so. If you want to bring that percentage down, it's something that you need to talk about. It's like I was saying, it's probably not a sexy topic like the new technology that you have out here, but it is very important. 75% of data center failure is caused by people. How can you not take notice of that?
So empowered employees obviously become a better employee for data centers and infrastructure in general.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So with Jones Lang LaSalle, your folks' message obviously is continue to empower your employees. what else do you bring to the table that a data center manager can take away and go, you know what, we really need to be talking to these folks?
I guess it's our experience in this. We do provide infrastructure management to data centers for a lot of clients, a lot of banking clients. So we do have the experience. We've got the people, and quite frankly, we've learnt from our mistakes as well. That was an important theme that I made in the presentation. Is you generally, the best people are those that have made mistakes in the past and know what it feels like to have made that mistake. We have, but we certainly learned from that, and we've got the right processes in place to be able to manage that.
So obviously the message could be, it's okay to make a mistake, let's just not make it twice.
Exactly, exactly. Maybe not okay to make it the first time, but certainly not make it twice.
But mistakes happen.
That's right.
So the conference going forward, do you see that this will be a topic that others are going to dovetail onto? Is it unique to your environment, or?
No, I don't think it's unique. Every data center has the same issue. It's just a matter of, I guess, opening people's eyes, and hopefully through my presentation we've done that, and it might provoke some thoughts and so on, and think, oh yeah, no, that's a good topic to talk about.
So if I'm a delegate and I've sat through your conference, how would I as a manager start to employ or engage my employees with this type of mentality?
I think one of the important things I said in the presentation was show them how critical their job is. Show them what the infrastructure that they're managing, what it actually supports and what it means to the business if it goes down. Because they quite often don't have that appreciation. To them it's a UPS or it's a crack unit or whatever, but they don't go and see that all of these people or all of the money that's going through those computers, what impact they have on that. So that's probably the first thing that they need to do, is really make sure they understand how critical their job is, and if they make a mistake, it's going to cost a lot of money.
So it's building a sense of entitlement or empowerment in the employee.
Yeah, absolutely.
Great. Well, I certainly appreciate all of your time here. Jones Lang LaSalle obviously has the inside track on how to keep people empowered and cut down on the cost of a data center downtime. If you have any other comments or questions, I'd be more than happy to discuss it. But if not, then I appreciate your time, and I look forward to seeing you again.
Thank you very much.
Thank you,
It's been a pleasure.